You are watching a master at work.
It's the mop, not the wop. What's going on, good people? I'm back at y'all with another one. And next up, Wack 100 is issuing threats. Last night on IG, I saw a clip of him talking about everybody that's making content about him and the people around him, and how he gonna use all his money, his resources, okay, and he's gonna pursue motherfuckers, and he gonna expose motherfuckers. And I took that a little personal. Cause who you gonna expose, nigga? I'm gonna be quiet. Maybe he wasn't even talking to me. So I get on the internet this morning, I hop on YouTube, and I find the full video. And that's what we about to react to. We're gonna stop and go where we need to. But I don't want to ramble too much. Well, let me say this. I'm gonna preface it with this. He's gonna start this video off. I guess he been spending a little time down there with the little races, what's his clavicle, whatever the fuck the name is. Now Wack finna begin his look maxing journey. And then man, let's go. Man, we go roll.
First day back working out, been BSing, playing, gaining weight. I got a movie I got to do in June alongside a few prominent individuals. So I got to be the best I can be. It's me and R&B is that. Making moves, man. Yeah, I've been seeing a lot of content, bro. And it amazes me because it's a bunch of cats, and I gotta call it how I gotta call it. And I'm gonna keep it on these individuals. Shout out to Glass Malone, brother. I think I met bro a couple times, but I see he got his head on right, and he understand what it is and what it ain't. You got this weirdo dude. I forget these. There's a few weirdos, nobody type dudes. Now, the narrative is Wack 100 is killing off the culture. The culture has been killing off the culture. The culture, what is the culture? What is that? Because the definition of that and the meaning of that has changed drastically.
Let's stop right there, y'all. Before we get, I don't want to let motherfuckers get no bullshit off. We're going to come right back, but let's get some definitions for clarity's sake. Culture, the arts and other manifestations of human intellectual achievement regarded collectively. The second definition, or for nouns, the customs, arts, social institutions, and achievements of a particular nation, people, or other social group. Now, there's verbs for it. That's what he's talking about. He's not talking about biology or the other shit. So now we have a definition for what culture means. And it definitely refers to the arts, the customs. Y'all see it. Now let's get back.
The culture. When I was young and I used to watch the week-long episodes of Shaka Zulu, I was like, damn, man, that's African culture. You see the rituals, the king, you see the leathers and the jewelry and, the spears and the shields. I'm like, oh, that's African culture. Black culture in America has always been based around survival. Let's just be real, bro. And then comes the entertainment and music. I didn't skip a whole lot. So I can go back, we can talk about, the slavery days.
Yeah, you did skip a whole lot, because I was wondering when you was talking about watching the Shaka Zulu, was that while you were in between your gang banging shit? You say you did all this, run all those skits and stuff. So was you learning about all it? What the fuck you getting at? What are you about to try to get at? There's a whole lot of fallacious rhetoric going on right now, and it's leading up to something, and you're trying to lay it down with ethos. I hear you. But get where you're going, sucker.
Juke joints and the soul food and all that. But when these people say he's killing off the culture of rappers, hey man, rap is a job. It's a hustle. It's not a culture.
Rap is a fucking culture. We just showed that by definition, rap is culture. I could sit up here and play with AI and do all that shit and go through all that. Y'all do that on your own time. We're gonna go off raw definitions. Use your own logic and put two and two. It don't take a lot. A definition, words have meanings. And people like this, conflation artists, fallacy professionals, will sit up there and take words and try to adjust the meanings. Man, We're going to break all this shit. We're going to let him try to get it. I don't know if we're going to get all 30 minutes of this, but we're going to get through enough of this to see if he talking about something or if he just talking out his ass. Because so far, I hear the build up and the lead up to some bullshit. Ain't nothing you saying now. It just sounds semi-adjacent to some real shit. Let's go, man.
What hip-hop has not been for quite some time. Jay-Z tried to make a move on it with the Def Auto-Tune. It didn't work. He was smart enough to see where it was going. He was going to self-destruct. So he moved all the way into the business lane of it. Within music, but outside of music. What does that mean, Wack? Well, when it comes to the NFL and Super Bowl, Jay-Z has a committee on who's going to be performing. He's not signing them. He's not giving them a budget. But he has a committee on who's going to be performing. So it's within music, but outside of it. Rock Nation is a big old management company, and they do what they do.
Let's stop that again, y'all. So now you saying Jay-Z, hip-hop culture was dying, and that's why the Def Auto-Tune, because that was him making the exit strategy, him getting out. Hey, I don't give a fuck what we doing, what capacity we're talking about Wack 100 in. Don't never let it skip past your mind that he got handlers. And who his handlers may be and what goals they have in mind. Because whenever he's talking, that's always in the back of my mind. So it's some shit, and I'm saying that because it's some shits that need to be understood without us having to stop it and say that every time. Because this shit is obviously, this is think tank. He's talking someone else's talking points. They gave him a message to deliver, or maybe they didn't give him a message, but with everything that's going on right now with him and Aiden and how we got to get, I promise y'all, we got more to talk about that, a whole lot more. But with everything that's going on, maybe this would just be if I could just get out here and put some narrative out there, maybe that'll get the graces in my, I don't know what the fuck this is. Let's go. Because everything you talking about right now, when Death Auto-Tune came out, the rap game wasn't what it is now. Wasn't even close. Wasn't even on track to being what it is now. You had T-Pain and come the fuck on. Watch this dude, y'all. What he doing is, what I'm seeing so far, he basically finna shit on black culture. Let me let him do it before I foot up there and put words in his mouth.
The culture. Wack is trying to destroy the culture. Let me tell you what Wack, 600, Eddie Boy, Prince, Ghost, Lavish, and the rest of the exposers out there is trying to destroy. We are trying to destroy the influence on our youth. All of us, well, not all of us, the Eddie Boys, the 600, the Wacks, have played a part in fertilizing the destruction and the influence of our youth. So the only thing we can do is get back the best way we can. They say, well, why you don't go over there and pass out backpacks and give them shoes? Well, then they use those shoes to go and troop and do something to the dude on the next block. So what we do is we look back and we sat down, me and 600, prior to Eddie Boy, and said, hey, these kids really believe what they hear and what they see. These kids really think that certain individuals are the ones you're supposed to look up to. And then these individuals will push the narrative about what they ain't supposed to do. But yet the same individuals that's pushing the narrative on the youth about what they ain't supposed to do have already violated the rules of what they weren't supposed to do. And if people knew about these things, then maybe the youth would say, man, we can't listen to that dude. He already told.
Well, hold on now. Are you talking about the nigga who made One Blood? Or are you talking about the nigga who made Respect My Crippin'? Or maybe you talking about the young nigga who made Gang Bang? Who you talking about? Because the seeds that's getting sold, we're looking at the motherfucking investor, the motherfucker who facilitating this shit. Investor was the wrong word, but we looking at the motherfucker facilitating all that shit. And now you gonna sit up here and tell us this is about something else. Keep going on.
How you telling me not to tell, or telling me I'm supposed to go do something to this dude because he ratted when you already ratted? How you telling me I'm not supposed to cooperate with law enforcement, or I can't go do business with the cops, whether I become a cop, go to the police academy, when you got a whole contract with the 77th Street Crash Unit? When they paying you, they giving you communication devices? You got blind dudes like Munchie B influence the kids, B team, and all this shit, right? But yet, you just came out and said you get paid for being from your neighborhood by the government. You just said you go gather information and you turn it in and they pay you.
Now the thing about that, can't nobody, if he had proof, he don't like Munchie B at all. If he had any proof or anything on Munchie B doing any kind of bullshit like he's talking about, like he suggests, if he had any kind of proof of some shit like that, he'd have been brought it to the surface. He'd have been, the best he'd have had was a lie about how his grandma or mama went up to, come on, man. The best you had, you talking about the money mama went up there to the park telling him don't kill him. To his homeboy. You ain't, but you gonna sit up here and get on this camera to make your bullshit, to make your actions, to make your foul behavior, to make that shit suitable and acceptable to the public audience. You want to smear shit. You want to do exactly what your handlers, the people that you work for, that's what they do on grand scale. The people who wrote our textbooks and shit, and when you was going to school, them people who shape narratives. And that's what's happening right here. You got to be careful with motherfuckers like this. They put them glasses on and they say, if I talk long enough, I can make some bullshit sound like real shit. And we're going to keep listening because we're going to pick this shit apart.
So why can't this young man or this young woman, instead of getting put on the game or sitting on the block in the park and waiting for the police to come get them or doing something illegal or being around something, or they raid and one of y'all throw a gun or some dope and it lands by them and now they can't say it's yours, or they're labeled a snitch, right? Now they got an F on their record and now they can't go get a job, or they can't go this, can't do it. Why can't these same individuals, since we're so caught up on police brutality and these people that pull us over not understanding us, why can't these same individuals go to the police academy or go to the military and get security passes where they can come out and go to the police academy? So now they can be the ones putting us over and they're not on the block waiting to get arrested. They are issuing their arrest on wherever they're doing. Why can't that happen?
Does that make any sense, y'all? So if you just become a part of the problem, man, look here. I'm not here to make the argument that street gang life, criminality. I'm not here to make an argument to say that that's what not without problem. That shit, that we don't have issues. It's not the point. It damn sure is not my point to sit up here and say that criminal culture or any of that shit is black culture. But he's gonna conflate the two to make it seem like, man, y'all hear this shit. Man, let's let him go, y'all.
You guys only want to talk about culture when it's beneficial to you. Y'all get in here and y'all talk all this jail talk, prison cell talk, use all these words that don't add up, mean nothing. What you mean Wack's destroying the culture? Y'all looking up to some of these clowns. And, it's a lot of them that, that's bad out there. Wack is never on offense. You can't find nobody that Wack just went and started with. I'm always on defense. And the crazy part about it is the people on offense plot, plan, and try to execute. But when they run up on me, whatever they're dealing with, the information or their content, whatever it may be, and I respond defensively with facts, and then I destroy them, now Wack is the problem. Every Crip that was on that blog that's out over there, Rick Rock got it up.
Who has he destroyed? See, I don't even watch the Rick Rock shit. And let's be clear about Rick Rock. Rick Rock is one of Wack 100 minions, y'all. So anything I don't even watch his content. Anything that he puts on the fucking line, every once in a while, some shit, I'll watch it and I might get a laugh out of it if it's unrelated to, y'all get what I'm saying, man. A large part of his shit is running narrative for Wack 100 in a subtle way. Or, y'all hear what I'm saying. And not just Rick Rock, there's others as well. And I also see this tactic. I see what's going on, y'all. Wack knows that he doesn't have a good, motherfuckers ain't fucking with him. He knows that. But he's still able to put people in positions. So I'm noticing a trend of people that he'll put on or put in positions, then he'll fall out with them. And I'm starting to think that he's not really falling out with people. He's just putting on a public show so that I'm putting you in position, but if I'm putting you in position and people don't fuck with me, they just won't even fuck with you. So I'm going to put you on, then we're going to fall out so that you can still, you get what I'm saying, without having to be attached to me. But you'll still be attached to me. I'm noticing that. But I'm measured with it. That's why I ain't going to put no names on it. But I'm noticing this shit. Let's go.
Everyone that was on there complaining, you ain't no Crip. The key ways I know, they adjust and they accept the challenge. You on there crying, talking about, Wack is that, Wack doing this, Wack doing that. And then y'all say, he a nigga from the valley. I'm confused. Well, if I'm a nigga from the valley, that's supposed to mean something. Because I ain't seen that nigga neighborhood giving no superpowers. I don't care where you from. I ain't seen one neighborhood that did not produce a rat, one neighborhood that did not produce a man that's involved in some homosexual activities on the street or in prison. I ain't seen one man produce a neighborhood who ain't got G-homies on crack, on dope. I ain't seen one man that had not produced a neighborhood where ain't none of their homies on Megan's Law, but sex crimes and other type of things. I ain't seen one man that ain't produced a neighborhood where their own homies ain't unallowed their own homies. So let me tell you what I feel about you and your culture. Fuck you and your culture. We ain't had no culture. We destroyed the culture. Our ancestors, our great-great-grandfathers and aunties and grandmothers went through all that, took them lashes, took all that abuse.
Stop right there. The culture you talking about, Big Pyru. Now this is the conflate. This is the bullshit. Now what he's saying isn't wrong. But sir, you are the Pyru. You are the motherfucker getting on here using your street affiliate, all that shit, your persona to enforce you. You taking that shit to Aiden Ross and his people. You doing that shit over there. You selling that shit. You selling this persona. And this is what I told y'all a long time ago. You are misrepresenting black elders in the community with your behavior, with your conduct. That shit the other night when you was at Aiden Ross, I think maybe this will, if I got enough time. I don't have forever and a day to make these videos. We do these at like 5 in the morning before we get cracking with our day. I ain't got time to do that, but tomorrow or in the next couple of days, we're going to go back and revisit the Aiden Ross shit. And let's take another look at how you're representing us to the people. Because you're the terrible reflection. And then, like I say, man, let's not talk about it. Excuse me, let's talk about it. Your artist wrote One Blood. Your artist wrote Respect My Crippin'. Your artist came home claiming and talking about, I'm the king of, I'm the head of the prison content. Come on, man. And here you are, and you sitting up with somebody's face every week, every day, screaming, on Pyru. I got 100 motherfuckers with me. All that, man. And you sit up. He's a conflation artist, y'all.
You got the Honorable Martin Luther King fought with desegregation, and you know what we do? You better not get caught in that park, nigga, we kill you. You better not go to this school, we gonna kill you. You better not get caught at this liquor store, this guy.
Yeah, that's what you've been priding yourself on. That's the spirit you've been living in since you came home, since you've been a figure and a face in the industry. That's what you've been running on. That's what you've been putting out. My first time hearing about you was with the Stitches motherfucker. And after that, man, look, man. This motherfucker is bullshit.
Station, or we gonna unalive you. Nigga, fuck your culture. All you niggas talking about fuck you and your culture. Nigga, I'm gonna burn that.
Who is your culture? It's your culture. You the elder. You are the elder. This is your shit.
Bitch down, and I'm gonna tear it down, and every motherfucker that's a misrepresentation of our people, of the human race, of the American black man and sister, I'm gonna tear your motherfucking ass down and expose you every chance I get. If you take my life about it, then you took my life about it. But you got to bring it to get it.
Nice try. And this why I say this how you know he got them handlers, right? Cause now you trying to pose yourself as the martyr. You gonna be a martyr for righteousness, even though you doing straight bullshit right now. But you gonna pose it as righteousness. Boy, you ain't nothing righteous about you, man. You foul as hell. And to even pose that shit like that is further indicative of your disgusting nature, sir. Who do you think believe? Here's the fucked up part. Because in a vacuum, what he's saying is right. But how the fuck can you be giving this message? How the fuck can you be even participating in any of this? When you are on the front line of misrepresenting us. You sit up there with the white man every Sunday and make make an unintelligent, foolish, ignorant representation of elder black men. Wack Adam 22 dog walks you every fucking time y'all get on the phone. Aiden Ross, they dog walk you every time they dealing with you. All these people, your only merit on the phone with them when they're dealing with you is your gangster persona. You try to insert, I got these business connections and all this shit. How people fuck, I got the money, I got the plays and all that shit. Man, don't nobody want to hear that shit. Aiden Ross ain't trying to hear that shit. The motherfuckers walked you like a dog. Made you think that they... and then on the national stage, embarrassed the fuck out of you. And is continuing to embarrass you. Yeah, he said he got his handlers, his connections and shit. I bet we don't pay him. I bet we don't get paid. I bet the Crip and the Blood don't get paid. When they do get paid, they're gonna get 40% of it and they'll be happy. Making a fool of this man. And what he wanna do is he butt hurt about that. So I'm gonna come back to my community like y'all always do. And I'm gonna bark at y'all. Man, everything that's happening, you've been doing it to you. Let's finish this so we can get up out of here. I don't think we can do this whole video because it's just going to be more fallacious rhetoric, but I'm trying to get to a certain part.
Fuck your culture. You niggas on there crying because Wack exposing a rat. Wack is exposing a nigga over here who's gang banging and telling the kids to do this shit and do that shit. You glorifying some bullshit. Wack kid.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Oh, nope. Go ahead. Say it, Wack.
None of my children are gang members. So what I look like teaching the youth to glorify gang banging. None of my artist children are gang bangers. None of my artist children, there's no little Blueface or little game. We don't teach our children that. So
you don't teach they children that, but you're going to teach everybody else's children that. Like I said, respect my Crip. Am I wrong, or did Blueface not start his career by going to all the high schools and performing his records? Am I tripping, y'all? Did Game not get on under the print of this bully gangster Big Blood print on identity? Come on, man. What are we talking about here? So you're not going to raise your kids like that. At what cost? You're going to raise millions. You're going to impute those thoughts into millions of young minds, though. But you're going to tell your kids that ain't what you believe in. But you're going to profit off everybody else's. Just like your handlers. Just like the people that you sitting up here putting your culture down for. It's the same shit they do.
How will we teach others that? Listen, I'm warning you. I don't go out messing with people or picking with people. But if you come playing with me or anything associated and tied to me, I will utilize my money, my resources, and everything I got to dig, and discover. And when I do, I will expose you. We are the exposers. Take it how you want to take it.
I take that like a threat. I take it like a threat. But you say play with you or anybody around you, right? And I'm going to say this, y'all. He will do some shit like that. He will do some shit like that because he's in court documents right now for the shit he does on Clubhouse. He got there's an ongoing case. 1 second, y'all. You know what? I'm gonna show y'all what gang stalking. They own you for gang stalking. There we go. In May of 2023, defendants and associates continue to monitor his business activities through unauthorized access via hacker group The Glitch. Yeah, you see them names. Yeah. I'm trying to find actual shit, man. Man, look. Yeah, you be gang stalking motherfuckers. You got a team of motherfuckers you gonna sick on people. Illegal shit, man. Shit you're already in court for. And you threatening to do more of it. Hey. Yeah. Yeah. And the last one got thrown out. And now we are back again. This is a trend, sir. I don't think they're gonna throw this one out in Michigan. And like I said, this ain't to do with Wack. Wack's not. He's on the case, but they really are suing. I'm gonna show y'all. United States. Jaron Harrison. I Am Hip Hop TV. All that shit versus the aforementioned individuals. Now I ain't got nothing against Ray J, Brandy, all of them. That's home team. To be real with you. My Brandon went to Threadgill. If y'all, everybody from the Delta, you know what I'm talking about. She went to Threadgill with my cousin before they moved to Macomb. So this ain't about them. It's about you, Cash. You gotta stop. You think you gonna sit up here and play with these folks? Hey, use your resources. Let me tell you this, son of a bitch. Hey, we can go as far as you want to take it. We can go as far as you want to take it. And I'm going to leave it right there, y'all. Like the video, comment, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And until next time, we gone.